Say again, please.
Houston, we have a problem.
The No Fate channel checking in, hard at work with another home gym week in review. Now we got to start the stopwatch because we need to check in about all of the great things that are happening in the home gym community. First things first. I know a lot of you have been wondering where the home gym weeks in review have been. It seems like they've been on ice. I have been preparing for Home Gym Con. It's less than a week away. I've been trying to get all my gear ready, trying to figure out what to take. I want to take it all, but I just don't have the space in my checked bag, but it should be an epic time. If you're not familiar, it's going to be in Louisville, Kentucky. If you're in driving distance and you're watching this video, you got to get down there. It's going to be Friday and Saturday. I'll put the dates here, and it is absolutely going to be a blast. It is not just the who's who of home gym, Rogue, Rap, Titan, Bells of Steel, Fringe Sport, and others. It is also going to be everybody. So everyone that you maybe have heard about but never seen, or you didn't even know existed, are going to be there. And if you're into the home gym community, if you're into fitness, if you're into health, man, oh man, it's gonna be a blast. I have a massive special request for you. If you see me at Home Gym Con, please come get a photo with me so that I can prove to my wife that I have friends.
I'm kind of a big deal.
That this YouTube thing I've been doing for the past 8 years just isn't some lark, that I've actually made some great contacts and met some interesting people, and that you actually watch my videos, even if you really don't. Hey, even if you're in the Home Gym Discord, boom, my peeps there need to come up and get a photo. I would love to meet as many of you as possible. Now, as far as home gym equipment releases, which is what most people want to see, unfortunately, there haven't been many. I don't know if it's because we're heading into the summertime and it's more of a lull before they prep for the September Black Friday push, but we just haven't seen much. Now, Titan Fitness, being Titan Fitness, they released their Poseidon bar, limited edition. And now I look at this thing and I think it's the Moby Dick bar with just blue sleeves, which isn't a bad thing. I have the Moby Dick bar and I absolutely love it, but the Moby Dick bar when I bought it was $250 and this Poseidon bar is $400. There's no way I'm buying a $400 bar from Titan Fitness. At $250, it was a great deal, and I recommended it at the Moby Dick bar. But at $400, the Poseidon bar, I mean, I don't know why I would go Titan Fitness for $400. I mean, for like 50 bucks more, you could go Rogue. This video is getting colder by the minute, but I need to thank all of you for using my affiliate links, which are in the description of today's video. When you use those links, let me know so that I can send you a small token of my appreciation. Let me know in the comments below what you want to see covered at Home Gym Con. I know there's going to be a ton of content creators, but I want to make the videos that you want to see, something that is interesting and fun and not just boring, blah, blah, blah. It's been over 6 minutes in this thing, and it is time to transition to what I believe to be the best 1-2 combo when it comes to home gyms and recovery, the cold plunge. And now this is the ultimate combo when you go from the cold plunge to the sauna. And I know for you, you're like me. You don't have $10,000 or the space to build some dedicated, massive outdoor sauna thing that costs not only a ton to build, but then to maintain. You need budget. You want effective and you want budget. And that's why we're reviewing this Nordic Recovery sauna. And I'm going to hop right in. I got this thing nice and warm. And so we're going to take you inside. Now, the biggest name when it comes to these portable saunas is SaunaBox. I did a review of them, and my biggest complaint was it didn't get that hot. This Nordic Recovery, at least in my current testing, has been getting as hot, if not hotter. And I think I'm actually liking it. I tested out the temperature and it doesn't get to like 150 and 175, which is what you would get at a local gym or a nice professional one, but it does get pretty warm. And I'm gonna test a few other things out today with a sauna suit inside the sauna to see if I can feel any warmer. I do have to give this a few minutes because my body is still ice cold. Let's take a quick break from the sweat shack to talk about some exciting home gym news. And I'll tell you straight away that I know prices have been crazy. So many of you have been doing some shady things to deal with the increased prices. But alas, we've got some positive news finally. After months and months of companies raising their prices and claiming it's a tariff issue, we have finally seen Rep Fitness of all companies lower their prices on not only the Rep-Ins, but also the Aries 2.0. And it'll be interesting to see if other companies follow suit. We are all over the place in this home gym weekend review, and right now I'm going to give you my initial thoughts of the HVO leg extension and leg curl machine to help you decide if it's right for your hard-earned money. Number one pro, the money. Yes, it's always about the Benjamins. $350 as of right now on Amazon. $350 is on the budget side, as much as we hate to admit it. No! So by far and large, my favorite exercise to do with this multi-purpose tool of a leg machine has to be the reverse leg curl. You feel this bad boy right in the hamstrings. I mean, it gives you the feels. You know you are working out those hamstrings. When you're single and you are dating, you want options. The leg option, you've got two pivot points here. You can go like all the way up here, all the way down, and then you can even pivot down here as well. The backrest, more options. You can move it forward, you can move it back, and you can transition it if you want to do lying leg curls. The nice thing about this HVO leg extension and leg curl combo is the fact that it was stable. Even before you put all the weight here on the back loading pin, it is absolutely stable and it does feel very, very sturdy. You can't get champagne taste with beer pockets, and if you go budget with a leg extension and a leg curl machine, you're gonna have some negatives. And probably the biggest standout for me was the leg extension. Now you can see right where my feet are. I've got this thing lined up for what I believe to be a good position for me. I'm actually all the way back on this with regards to the back pad, and you can see I can do a kind of a leg extension, but when I come back down, my feet, look at my feet closely, they're hitting this bar almost every time. And I will tell you that maybe I'm doing it wrong, maybe I have it set up incorrectly, but it's hitting the bottom of my feet every time. Now I'm 6'1", and I do tend to have long legs, but I don't know if this machine is going to be able to handle someone that's 6 foot or even 5'11". My feet just keep hitting that bottom every time. In fairness to HVO, I have only used this for 3 workouts, so maybe I just haven't lined it up properly, but I don't know what I could be doing wrong. You can see at the bottom there's like no resistance, and at the top you get like max resistance, and you can adjust this to kind of put that resistance curve a bit more into your wheelhouse, depending if you like more resistance at the bottom or the top. Because there's no cable attached, the resistance curve is going to vary, and for some people it's not a big deal, but if you're used to the one at your local gym, it's just not gonna feel the same. Another problem with the leg extension exercise I found was I just didn't really get a really comfortable range of motion. Now again, maybe I just don't have this leg pad set up. There are so many options in terms of using this thing. Maybe I'm just not using the right one, but I've played around with it quite a bit, especially knowing I was gonna make this quick overview for you folks, and it just doesn't feel right. Now, I don't want my leg to be like locked out like this, but I do want it to get pretty close to being locked out so I can really get that resistance on the quad, and it just does not feel there. It just doesn't feel it well. I know it's not scientific. I know you probably want to see diagrams and charts. If I don't feel it in my quads, I'm not working my quads. I mentioned that the reverse leg curl is my favorite. However, if you're claustrophobic, it is a no-fly zone. You literally have to lock your legs in. You basically, once you get into this position, you put this in, pull the pin, pull down, and then you are off to the races. But now when you're done, if you want to get out, okay, you really can't get out. You've got to unlock this and pull it out. So you're almost trapping yourself in. Now, another great feature in theory with this HVO leg extension and leg curl is that you can do lying leg curls, right? You can adjust these 2 seats in order to do lying leg curls, right? I have tried it a few times. It doesn't feel good, in part because my upper body is above my hips. And I don't know if it's just because I have a bad back, maybe I haven't lined it up very well, but for whatever reason, not only do I not feel it in my hamstrings, I feel it uncomfortably in my lower back. Now, if you go online, you're gonna see people use this machine in order to do calf raises, and I get a chuckle out of that because I get a feeling that they're only doing it for the video. The reality is setting this thing up for calf raises with another bench in front of it just seems too convoluted, and again, the resistance curve on this just isn't gonna make for a great calf raise experience.
At the end of the day, I think HVO had very good intentions when it came to putting this thing together to give you tons of options with regards to the seat and the angle adjustment, as well as the price point. I think their next version that they put out is probably going to be a banger. They're probably going to fix some of the smaller issues that I mentioned. And before you even comment below, I can tell you right now, if you're looking for something in the $350 range, I did review the RitFit version, the leg extension, leg curl, that did have a cable around the cam, and that felt really good in terms of the resistance curve. That wasn't perfect either, but if I had to pick the two because they're right around the same price point, I'd have to go with RitFit.
Probably the biggest question when it comes to Home Gym Con is if Garage Gym Reviews Coop is going to show up. Now, a year and a half ago, he actually made a whole video saying that he didn't go to Home Gym Con because it would be like validating the competition by going there. And basically Home Gym Con was in competition with Garage Gym Reviews and Pillar 4. Now, in a recent video, like less than a month ago, he got asked the question, is he going to Home Gym Con? And his answer was yes, he was going to be showing up, clanging and banging, the man of the hour, too sweet to be sour, muscle mustache himself, Coop, is going to be at Home Gym Con. But is that just something he said on the podcast he was on, and will he actually show up? A man like him who's got not only a job full-time with creating content, he's dealing with Pillar 4, he's starting his own separate secondary YouTube channel on top of the Garage Gym Reviews Everything one. He's got so much stuff going on. He's got 5+ kids. I can't imagine coordinating anything with more than 2 kids. I've got 2, and that's probably too many. So if he shows up, it would be an absolute miracle. Should I get a photo with him? Comment down below. I may not have a chance. He'll probably be inundated with people wanting to shake his hand and get his ideas on products, as well as mustache tips and tricks to make your mustache look as good as his. And now it's time. It is time for my final thoughts on this week's Home Gym Week in Review. Number one, not a lot of new equipment releases. I think, again, there's going to be like a lull over the summertime. A lot of companies are just trying to resell what they've already put out. And I understand from their perspective, they put a ton of time into R&D and marketing, only to kind of come out with the sizzle, with the flash of the brilliant marketing. They want to keep kind of pushing it and finding new ways to make people aware of the products they already have, rather than putting more time and money into making new products. I think we're going to see probably an influx come September, October, when people kind of are back in front of the computers. Usually there's a much massive lull online over the summer where people are vacationing and people are traveling and they're not really looking to consume content or even work out. If you made it this far in the Home Gym Week in Review, then check out these 2 videos. I mean, I'm literally sweating over a hot stove to get these videos out to you on a consistent basis, and it is appreciated. Also, use the links, hit the subscribe button, and as usual, don't save anything for the trip back.